Hey there, my friend. If you're watching this, chances are you love to travel. Maybe you've spent a lifetime exploring new places, or maybe you've just recently caught the travel bug. Either way, there's nothing quite like the thrill of seeing somewhere new, tasting new foods, and meeting people from all walks of life. But as we get older, especially past 70, traveling starts to come with a few hidden risks that many people don't talk about. And today, we're going to shine a light on those dangers, not to scare you, but to help you stay safe, healthy, and confident on your next adventure. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's talk about the 5 hidden dangers of traveling after 70 that every senior should know before their next trip, and how you can protect yourself from them. Now let's start with something many people overlook: the strain travel can put on your body. We often underestimate how exhausting travel can be, especially with long flights, changes in time zones, and the stress of getting from one place to another. When you're younger, you bounce back after a rough travel day, but after 70, the body doesn't recover quite as fast. Sitting for hours can increase your risk of deep vein thrombosis. That's when blood clots form in the legs. It's sneaky because you might not even notice it until it becomes dangerous. And it's not just long flights. Even long car rides or bus trips can do it. So here's the simple fix. Move as much as you can. If you're flying, walk up and down the aisle every hour. Wiggle your toes, flex your ankles, stretch your legs under the seat, and stay hydrated. Dehydration makes clotting worse. A bottle of water may be your best travel companion. And if you're on medication or have circulation issues, talk to your doctor before you travel. They might recommend compression socks or medication to keep you safe. Now, the second danger might surprise you: medication mishaps. When you're at home, your routine is easy. Your pills are in their familiar spots, and you know exactly when to take them. But when you're in a new environment, crossing time zones, or juggling a packed schedule, it's surprisingly easy to miss a dose, double up, or forget altogether. And that can cause serious problems, especially if you're managing heart conditions, diabetes, or blood pressure. One simple strategy is to use a pill organizer with clearly marked compartments for each day. Even better if it has alarms or reminders. Keep all your medications in their original containers, especially when going through airport security, and carry them in your hand luggage. Never in checked bags. Lost luggage happens, and the last thing you want is to be stuck in another country without your prescriptions. And before you go, ask your doctor for a printed list of your medications, dosages, and generic names, in case you need to replace them abroad. The third hidden danger is something most people never expect: infections and immune stress. Our immune systems naturally weaken as we age, which means we're more susceptible to catching something, whether it's a cold from the plane, foodborne illness, or something more serious like pneumonia. And before we wrap up, I want to share a little perspective with you. You see, travel isn't just about where you go, it's about how you go. After 70, your body might ask you to slow down a little, but your heart, your curiosity, and your sense of wonder, those are timeless. The key is learning to travel in a way that fits your life now, not the way you traveled 20 or 30 years ago. Think of it this way. When you were younger, maybe travel was about cramming in as much as you could, hitting every landmark, trying every restaurant, staying out late to see it all. But now it's about depth over speed. It's about quality over quantity. It's okay to choose comfort over adventure sometimes. Take that afternoon nap. Choose the direct flight instead of saving $50 on one with 2 layovers. Stay at that little hotel with an elevator and friendly staff who'll carry your bags instead of dragging your suitcase up 5 flights of stairs. Because here's the truth: traveling after 70 can actually be more rewarding than it's ever been. You notice more. You appreciate the details. You have stories to compare. You've seen how the world has changed. Every journey becomes less about checking things off a list and more about soaking in the moment. And that's something younger travelers often miss. Still, one more hidden danger worth mentioning, and this one doesn't come from the outside world. It's the danger of underestimating yourself. I've met so many seniors who tell me, "Oh, I'd love to go back to Italy," or "I've always dreamed of seeing the Grand Canyon." And then they pause and say, "But I'm too old now." And that, my friend, breaks my heart, because age shouldn't be a barrier to joy. The only real limits are the ones we believe in. Yes, it might take a little more planning now. Maybe you need to pack a few more medications, schedule breaks, or use a mobility aid. That's okay. That doesn't make you less adventurous. It makes you wise. It means you've learned how to travel smart. The world is still yours to explore. You just get to do it at your own beautiful pace. If you're ever worried about traveling alone, consider joining a senior-friendly travel group. These tours are designed for comfort, accessibility, and safety, and you'll meet other travelers who share your love of discovery. Many of them even handle the logistics, hotels, meals, local guides. So all you have to do is enjoy. And you'd be surprised at how many lifelong friendships begin on those kinds of trips. Now let's circle back for a moment. We've talked about physical strain, medication mishaps, infections, fatigue, and financial scams. But the biggest takeaway here isn't the dangers. It's the fact that every one of them can be prevented with a bit of awareness and preparation. Knowledge truly is your best travel companion. Before every trip, do a little safety ritual. Ask yourself, do I have everything I need for my health? Is someone back home aware of my plans? Do I know who to call if something goes wrong? If you can answer yes to those 3 questions, you're already way ahead of the game. And don't forget to protect your peace of mind too. Travel insurance might not be exciting, but it's one of the smartest investments you can make. It's not just about lost luggage or delayed flights. It's about knowing that if you need medical help or have... And before we say goodbye, I want to leave you with one final thought. Travel is one of the few things in life that keeps you young. Not because it turns back time, but because it keeps your spirit alive. Every time you step off a plane, walk into a new city, or sit down at a cafe where you don't speak the language, you remind yourself that you're still part of a much bigger world. That spark of curiosity, that willingness to keep exploring, that's what truly keeps you vibrant. You know, sometimes people see seniors traveling and they say things like, "Wow, good for you," as if adventure is something only reserved for the young. But I like to think it's the other way around. You've earned your adventures. You've worked hard. You've raised families. You've built lives, and now you get to experience the world on your own terms, at your own pace, with your own wisdom. That's not luck. That's living well. But I also want you to know, it's okay if you don't want to go far. Maybe you're not hopping on a 12-hour flight anymore, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes the best journeys happen just a few miles from home. A weekend getaway, a visit to a national park, or even a scenic train ride can give you the same joy and sense of renewal. It's not about how far you go, it's about how deeply you experience it. When you travel, whether it's across the world or just across town, make it about connection. Talk to people. Ask them about their lives. Share a story or two of your own. You'd be surprised how those small exchanges can make a place feel unforgettable. The beauty of being older is that you carry with you a lifetime of stories. And when you share them, you give every place you visit a little piece of your journey. Now let's be honest. Sometimes travel after 70 comes with its challenges. There might be days when you feel tired, or moments when things don't go according to plan. That's okay. You don't have to push through like you used to. The trick is to listen to your body, rest when you need to, eat well, and stay hydrated. A slower pace doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're taking the time to savor it all. And please, don't let pride get in the way of comfort. Use that cane, take that mobility scooter, ask for assistance at the airport. Those things exist to make your life easier. Traveling smart isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of wisdom. You've learned that there's no prize for doing it the hard way. The prize is getting there safely, enjoying yourself, and coming home with a heart full of good memories. Here's something else I've learned from talking with hundreds of older travelers. The memories that stick with you aren't usually from the big landmarks. They're from the unexpected moments. The stranger who helped you with your bag, the little restaurant that made you feel like family, the quiet morning when you sat by the water and thought, this is enough. Those are the treasures you carry long after the trip ends. So don't be afraid of the hidden dangers we talked about today. Just be prepared. Take care of your health, stay alert to scams, manage your medications carefully, and give yourself time to rest and adjust. Preparation doesn't take away the magic of travel, it makes the magic possible. And remember, the goal isn't to travel like you did at 30. The goal is to travel in a way that works beautifully for you at 70, 75, or 80. You've got nothing to prove, only moments to enjoy. If no one's told you this lately, let me be the one to say it. It's never too late to live your dreams. Whether it's standing on a mountain in Switzerland, exploring the back roads of your own hometown, or simply watching a sunrise from somewhere new, your journey is still unfolding. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one place that's been sitting quietly on your bucket list. Maybe it's somewhere you've always dreamed of, or somewhere that's calling to you now. Don't wait for someday, start planning today, even if it's a small step. Because when you take that first step, something wonderful happens. You remind yourself that life's still full of things to look forward to. Before we go, I just want to thank you. Not only for watching, but for being the kind of person who's still curious, still learning, still exploring. That says so much about your spirit. The world needs more people like you. People who see life as an adventure at every age. If you enjoyed this conversation, I'd love for you to join our little community here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let's keep exploring this next chapter of life together with wisdom, humor, and courage. And if you know someone, a parent, a friend, or a fellow traveler who's been dreaming of taking a trip but maybe feels a little nervous about it, share this video with them. It might be exactly what they need to hear today.